People are really uninformed. They don't understand the work that cannabis can do. They don't understand anything but smoking. I became a connoisseur after going through the institute. It opened me up, and I had been in the industry. The Cannabis Institute is the iron that sharpens the iron. I feel like I'm in an army of people who are really trying to spread the good news of cannabis and what it really is. And I do everything: acupuncture, cupping, sound baths, smoke meditations, yoga meditations with smoke. You need to take some medicinal experiences with me.
We need to give you a spiritual dose of THC because you're
Yes.
going to need some extra help here.
But their teachers sucked. It was $10,000 and I got a scholarship, but people paid for that. And I was like, this is trash. And you taught me more in however many weeks than they did in that year and a half program.
We want everyone to be well informed about cannabis. And when that happens, we will quit. We will shut down. Welcome back to another video. My name's Andrea Meharg. I've been teaching doctors, healthcare practitioners, and the general public about the medical benefits of cannabis for 8 years now. And I currently teach at the Cannabis Institute. And I am here with one of our favorite grads ever, Shene Redden. She graduated back in 2024, and we're going to talk to Shene about what she's been doing out in the world, helping other people to understand this magical plant that we all know and love. Shene, please tell me what you have been up to.
So much. I have been doing everything. So after I graduated from the Institute, I took a deep dive and I decided to go further and I got an associate's degree in cannabis sciences and operations. And I enrolled in graduate school I think you already knew I was a behavioral therapist, but now I'm becoming a clinical therapist. I became a sound bath technician. I have a certification in yoga and Pilates, so dope yoga, and doing all type of events to support the realness of cannabis. So that's what I've been up to in a nutshell.
That is hard to pack into a nutshell, to be honest with you. What has been impactful about being out in the world, talking to people with this kind of confidence about this beautiful, magical plant that we love?
That people are really uninformed. They do not understand the need for cannabis. They don't understand the work that cannabis can do. They don't understand anything but smoking. And to give them insight on what the beautiful flower called cannabis can do for your mental, physical, and spiritual self has been enlightening. And a lot of people like to debate. And then sometimes, I'm in the mood for love. So I love them by educating them and asking them to dig a little deeper.
I want to talk more about what kind of like feedback or pushback, or you're talking about how much people don't know about it, but how much they think they know about it.
Mhm.
Is this something that you're finding in your community or the people that you're talking to, that you're having several conversations with them? Or are you able to, in a conversation, have them kind of like open up their minds a little bit to the fact that this might be more than marijuana or, the devil's lettuce?
Yeah, there are people who are very open to understand and interested. I have people from all walks of life. And if I can't tell them enough, then they want more, right? Like, so I have people who are hungry for the information, who are interested. A lot of people who are like, I have had such bad experiences. I have had to advocate to help people understand the organic grow, the organic plant, the organic flower, the different ways to use. You don't have to smoke. You don't have to be high. It is not a recreational thing. But those people who are closed minded, they typically like to argue, and I sometimes argue back, and I like to win, so I go for it. I go for it at times, and sometimes I'm like, "Get back to me when you get this real education and not the, stigma or your lack of experience or your recreational mind. If you want to get deeper, then let me know. And some people come back and then some people just tell me I don't know what I'm talking about.
They picked the fight with the wrong person though, right? You're like,
Absolutely.
"Excuse
I
me,
am
yeah,
on fire. And I'm
yeah,
on fire for this. And, like people don't read, they don't pay attention, learning about the laws and what's going on in the various countries and the various states in the United States and other places. People, they hear what other people are saying, but they don't do the digging for themselves or the research for themselves. I
mhm."
am a walking researcher. I research everything. I figure things out. I'm going to read, and to be a good teacher, you got to be a good student. And a lot of people want to teach or fuss or fight, but they don't want to learn. And if you're shutting someone down, then you don't know because the smartest person knows that you can't know everything.
Especially about this plant. There's just a ridiculous amount to know about this plant. So yeah, good luck that you read somewhere that cannabis is bad for you and now you know everything about it.
I became a connoisseur after going through the institute. It opened me up. And I had been in the industry, I had been around it, I had seen people smoke, I had tried things myself. And when I tell you, going through this program and you being the phenomenal teacher, you exposed me to so much. And then taking it on to the next level, all the things that you taught me. And then I had another level. So if you stay in this position, this is indica and sativa, and this is all it is, and you don't know what you're talking about. You don't see that there are billions of ways to utilize such a beautiful plant. Why limit yourself? But people have limited minds, and those are the people that I'm like, you need to take some medicinal experiences with me.
We need to give you a spiritual dose of THC because you're
Yes.
going to need some extra help here.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my God. It's been a fight. I would say that I am the advocate for truth, and I want people to get the truth.
Your final project was stunning. I'll link it below if I can. You were talking about helping women in perimenopause and menopause. Is that still a big passion for you? Are you still out there like, hey, I see you're having a hot flash. Have you tried this thing?
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. I'm a woman first. So, right now I'm in a doula program and I'm becoming a perinatal health worker. I'm learning more about reproductive justice, reproductive needs, reproductive wants. And because I experienced menopause and I had every symptom in perimenopause and menopause, it became something that I really want to educate people on. I just started talking about it on my Instagram. And people are sending me messages like, what can I do? How can I do it? And I take baby steps with people. This Sunday, I'm hosting some people a private party of sound bath and releasing the perimenopause, releasing menopause. And I do everything: acupuncture, cupping, sound baths, smoke meditations, yoga meditations with smoke. I'm not even a big smoker, but when I need to release, that's what I do. I use tinctures, I use gels, I use creams, I make my own oils, and I release. And a lot of movement with cannabis, it'll change your life when you're going through perimenopause and menopause, especially.
We're gonna link to everything a la Shene down below. So when you need to go find her Instagram and connect with her, it'll be down there for you. Can you tell me about what the most impactful part of the program that we offer was for you?
So that's a big question because there were so many things that I loved. So I'll can I break it down in three? So the first thing is the teacher. The teacher, which was you can see your passion, your constant learning. You are always learning, and it just came through the screen, and I love that it was set up for anybody and everybody in the time frame, so there's no excuses. I loved the books, I love your podcast, it's constant education, and you're always reaching for the next thing, and you're ready to give it. And then the second thing is the connections, because This is a group of people who are really fighting the good fight. I feel like I'm in an army of people who are really trying to spread the good news of cannabis and what it really is and what it really means. So the program is fun, it's informative, it's educational. You have great instruction, you have great instructors. And I think the final thing is setting the business up and
Mhm.
releasing that so people can really be successful and giving all the tools. It's like, why reinvent the wheel? We got this for you. And you become a part of a family of people who want you to succeed and win. And it's not hoarding information or hoarding references or resources. It's like, come on, let's get this out. And I think that's the reward in being a part of this institute.
Thank you so much. That was beautiful. I wasn't fishing for that, but I'll take it. I'm so glad that that comes through and that that community mentality shone through the screen to you because that is what we want, right? We want everyone to be well informed about cannabis. And when that happens, we will quit, we will shut down. But as you said at the beginning, that is not the experience that most people are having when they're out there talking about how cannabis can be used to provide us with a different quality of life. I'm so grateful that you said all that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, the Cannabis Institute is the iron that sharpens the iron. And many of the people are like you on fire for truth and bringing justice to something that has gotten a bad rap and it is just totally misunderstood. But the Cannabis Institute says this is really a movement and you should join the movement and be empowered to do what you really love and to tell the truth about what you really love.
I can't say that better. You should. You should join the movement with us, people. If you're watching this, you should join us. We have a free class. We teach you exactly what you should do to get your cannabis coaching education business up off the ground so that you can go out there and do the thing. We'll link that down below. Then you'll get to hang out on grad calls with awesome people like Shene and all these other warriors, like she says, that we work together out there to help raise consciousness about this plant worldwide, and it's worldwide now, so thank you
Yeah,
so much.
you can find something for everyone. I'm interested in women's health, specifically perimenopausal women and menopausal women. But I sometimes have had to go speak to people who haven't even gotten there yet because people are interested. People are interested. It's a very intriguing subject matter.
Mhm. When we first started having practitioners come through the program, people had their own yoga businesses or chiropractor or nurse practitioners. They said that when they were adding cannabis just to their milieu of services that they offer, very much like you, that the cannabis is really intriguing to people and it would often bring them clients, even who weren't interested in the cannabis version of the yoga, for example, or the massage, for example. They were just interested that you had an open mind and that you might be able to teach them something about it. So, yeah, it's a great thing to bring people in and be able to give them beautiful nuggets of information that help them change how they feel tonight. Like that's a glorious power.
Yes, absolutely. We got to
Oh,
keep spreading the good word about the Institute to get people to join the movement.
yeah, we need you. We need you with us.
Yeah, I am wanting more people to join this organization, and I want them to understand this could be the Ivy League of cannabis. And I would like to drive that this is women owned and ran. I also would like to drive that it is real advocates and people who care.
I'm just popping in here real quick. In a second, we're going to start riffing on a cannabis program that Shanae took at a different institution. And I've just bleeped out the name. So I wanted to let you know what was going on there.
The program that I was in after you, they were around since 1996 or 1986. And I'm like, why didn't you spread the news before? And a lot of people are interested in it because it's money grabbing. When I went to, I was expecting the same thing that I got from you all. Now is the great connector, but their teachers sucked. It was $10,000 and I got a scholarship, but people paid for that. And I was like, this is trash. It was a year and a half program, and you taught me more in however many weeks than they did in that year and a half program. It's equivalent to an associate's degree.
That's wild to me, and it's not the first time we've heard it. There's another one out of Maryland, I think. Again, it's an 18-month program. It's so much money, and we have had people come through and they're like, "Okay, I have this degree, but I have no idea what to do with it." And then when they go through our program, they're like, "Oh, I didn't understand that part of, let's say the endocannabinoid system in my other class." And I was like, "Oh, like that's backwards, right?"
They don't get that deep. I've been disappointed with them. Like, I'm like, what are you teaching? Because they don't really teach.
Thank you so much for being here with us, Shene. Really appreciate it. Like I said, links to everything a la Shene below. Okay, bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for having me.